Sex and love should be a celebrated thing. It really shouldn't be something that we hide behind doors and be embarrassed about. Alright everyone, Curtis from The Pitch Control here, and today I wanted to talk about what I believe in. A lot of people have been asking me throughout my life what I believe in and why I believe it. A lot of people have been questioning me recently as well on social media, on this channel below here in the comments section, on Instagram and Twitter. Some of you have been so supportive and loving and commented below so many beautiful things that just lifted my spirit and made me feel absolutely incredible and really confident. But it only takes one or two people to message me to really bring me down, and I'm sure a lot of people feel exactly the same way as I do that are watching this. It doesn't take a lot for someone to absolutely drag you down onto the floor and make you feel like the smallest person in the world. So it all started when I was in school, and I was sort of like a really anxious kid. I had like long blonde hair. I used to wear black nail varnish, have like loads of bangles on my arms, used to wear like really baggy trousers and skateboard all the time, and I was sort of like an outsider, I guess. There wasn't too many people in my school that were alternative. There were 3 or 4 people, and those ended up being one of my best friends. It's really, really hard for me to connect with other people, really. I never was into the things that many of the people on my housing estate were into. I found other people to be really, really intense and intimidating, and I was very scared of other people around me because a lot of people were playing football and a lot of people were drinking and a lot of people were sort of trying to be very manly in that sense, and they all stuck together and they didn't like it when other people looked different. So when I was at school at lunchtime and in my breaks, I used to hide out in the music block with my friends, and we used to just like play guitar, because going in the playground would usually end up in someone being abusive or trying to fight me, or yeah, it was just really, really complicated. So what I ended up doing was just playing guitar or singing with one of my friends. We later ended up starting a band together, and it really opened up my mind, and skateboarding and music become a huge part of my life. That's all I really cared about. Every single day that I went home from school, it was either sitting in my bedroom watching Kerrang TV on VHSs, hanging posters on my walls from magazines that I've collected, and listening to lots of different music that I was getting into at the time, which happened to be alternative music. I was kind of like hiding away because I was an anxious kid. Or I would come home from school and I'd grab my skateboard, my cassette player, and I would go to the skate park, and we would swap cassettes with each other, and we would make mixtapes and record stuff from our CDs and share it with each other. That went on for a really, really long time, and I felt comfortable being at the skate park sometimes, but also sometimes people will come into the skate park just to fight us, just to be really aggressive and just to be against us, basically. This was really, really hard to deal with, and sometimes we had to just run away, and sometimes we got rocks thrown at us or got punched in the face by some, people that didn't really like the way we looked or what we were doing. This went on for a really long time, and my last day of school, I decided to go with my best friend to a piercing studio, and we got our lips pierced, and also we cut our hair and dyed it black because we were watching lots of Refused videos and we just wanted to look like that guy, like the singer and stuff. I felt really comfortable and I felt really happy with what I was doing, but at the same time I was kind of hiding behind that image. I was discovering more bands, and I was being more into music, and I was playing lots and lots of shows with my band, and we were kind of getting a little bit of support from bands that were above us, and they would always let us play support. A lot of people in that community were very, very strong, and I discovered many, many different friends, some older and some younger, but they were always supportive and they were always holding you up. They would always be there for you no matter what, and they would never say anything against the way you look. But then as I went on to discover different types of music and travel around to go to different types of gigs, I discovered that people within the alternative scene can be also very, very judgmental and really, really mean to you based on opinions or the way you look or the way you dress or the way you talk or where you come from, what music you listen to. People can be so, so rude. So the first band I was in was sort of like a metal band. That was when I still had like my long blonde hair, and we would play like death metal and covers of Decapitated and stuff like that. We were all really, really into death metal at the time. As it moved on, we sort of started to get into more like Dillinger Escape Plan and Every Time I Die. We discovered tons of different music and we went on in different directions. I got into the whole phase of listening to grindcore and listening to power violence. And that's when people really got very, very opinionated and really, really rude. I listened to many, many grindcore bands and power violence bands that I still love. But the problem is that people are very, very hard. And if you don't agree with them or you don't say the right thing, they are very quick to be very rude to you. So that's kind of hard to deal with. I mean, I've got used to it over the years. And I mean, I've been listening to music since I was in school and being in bands since I was at school. I've experienced it from both sides. I've experienced for the people that are really against me and just aren't alternative in any way and want to fight me. to the people that are alternative and supposed to be on my side that also want to fight me. So it's very, very hard. What I've learned over the years is that you just have to focus on yourself, make sure that you're doing the right things and that you decide that you're happy, and keep your friendship group strong, because it matters so much as you get older, and you don't want to lose your friends, because those are the people that are going to be holding you up. The turning point for me was when I went to Europe and we played in tons of different venues, but we mainly played in squats, and I remember everyone was very, very left wing. They would put up signs in their venues saying no sexism, no homophobia, no meat. I was really happy about that. I thought I found a place where everyone would be really inviting, very, very left wing and really supportive of me. But it actually turned out that everyone was really, really rude, very arrogant, and just wanted to fight me in some way. Everything I said, they would just disagree with, or say that you can't say that, you can't wear that, you can't listen to that, you can't do that. And they were really aggressive. I also experienced it from the other side. I played a show with one of my bands and there were 3 skinheads there, and they were very abusive. They were really rude. They were chanting things. They were obviously out there to cause a problem. For me, I didn't really see a difference between these two people. The people on the very extreme left and the very extreme right, to me, aren't really achieving anything. I mean, these people are fighting these people are fighting these people. They're both full of hate and fear, and they're not really solving anything. Left people really want to annihilate the right hand side, and they want to make sure that everything is loving and true. But when it gets a bit more extreme, I can't really understand it, and it kind of loses me a little bit, because I'm a little bit of a hippie in that sense, that I don't want to argue, I don't want to fight, I don't want to be a part of your war. I just want to be on my path, and I want to focus on me, because I have many problems. I have tons and tons of things that I want to change about my life. I'm also on a quest to make sure that I'm not doing anything wrong in any way that would affect me, that would make other people unhappy. I guess the problem is that when I started this channel, I was really putting myself out there, and I was putting myself onto internet and YouTube as well. I mean, so many people are really, really quick to write something really stupid below in the comments section. Just abusive, silly things like, you're a faggot, fuck off back to England. Horrible things like, you should go and kill yourself. Just silly things, you know, that aren't really helpful and aren't nice. But like I said before, some of you are so lovely, and some of you are supporting me in the most amazing way. I do consider it to be like 90% of people on here are being absolutely incredible and so supporting and so loving, and I really do thank you. Thank you so much for being there for me. Thank you for lifting me up when I'm down. Thank you for making me smile, and thank you for making me want to do these videos, because that's the only reason I'm doing it. I don't get paid anything. I am not here on any agenda to make any sort of fame. I'm just doing it because I want something to make me happy, and I want to do something for you guys. All the people that are being rude to me below here in the comments section, or on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter, anyone that sends any sort of abuse, I'm not going to succumb to their hate. I don't want to succumb to their fear. I don't want anything to do with you guys. Please understand, I'm not here on a mission to talk about politics. This channel is not about politics, and I don't want it to be about politics, but sometimes I have to do these videos to talk about what I believe in and where I come from. I don't want to be any part of the really extreme right or really extreme left. I don't want to be a part of any of that. For me, it's really, really silly, and it doesn't really make any sense. This YouTube channel is about love. It's about pushing forward. It's about reaching out to people and making friends. It's about finding you guys that are really, really lovely to me and share the same opinions, but we can't really connect because we're not in the same country. It's about finding you, and it's about commenting below and having a discussion about how beautiful music is, or how beautiful certain diets are, or how beautiful certain people are. And if politics do come into that, then I will be a little bit careful with it. I don't want to tread on anyone's toes. I don't want to make anybody really upset or angry. But at the same time, if you're going to come to me and be very, very rude and abusive, I will not reply. I listen to so much music, whether it's noise, industrial, neo-folk, black metal, pop, hip-hop. I listen to so many different types of music. I pretty much don't believe anything that the artists believe. I don't share their views or values. There's a very, very small minority of people which I share their views and values of, and I would consider them to be people like Throbbing Gristle or Integrity. I do share stuff with them, but I don't share their views. I do have more of a connection with them because I do feel that they are representing something that I am trying to find, but it doesn't mean that I believe everything that they believe. So if you do see me showing one of these records, don't think that I believe exactly the same thing as the person that made that music, because I really do not. Just to make it clear for you guys, I'm not against any type of religion. I have many, many friends which are all over the world have different types of religions and family members that believe in tons of different gods. I don't question them, and I'm not going to tell them that they're wrong. It's just me. I don't personally believe in that. It's not something that I'm going to try and search for. I'm really annoyed that I have to talk about this, but please don't bring up the subject of me being some sort of hater of some ethnic minority. It's just ridiculous. I have so many friends from so many different parts of the world, and I am not against any of them. Another thing is gay and transsexual. I am not against any of that. In fact, I'm really for gay marriage, and I'm really for gay people. I have so many gay friends, and I think it's the most beautiful thing in the world. I really think that sex and love should be a celebrated thing. It really shouldn't be something that we hide behind doors and be embarrassed about. Please don't think that I'm against that, because I'm not. Also about transgender, I feel very, very strongly about this. I have many friends that are also on this mission to change their style of how they look, how they believe, and how they want to identify themselves in different types of sex. I really don't believe that it should be a type of discussion. I think that people should be allowed to do what they want to do and look how they want to look. It's that simple. I know this is a really heavy video, and I never talk about this stuff with any of my friends or family, so they may be a little bit shocked to watch me talk about politics in this way, but this is the last time I'm going to do it, and I don't want to talk about it anymore. I want everyone to understand exactly where I stand. I am not against any of the things I just spoke about. I'm not against stuff just because I listen to people that are against it. I want to separate the music from the artist. I don't want to be a part of any of their views or their ideals. I don't want to be a part of anything that they're doing. I just want to listen to the music. I just want to look at art, and I want to be on my own mission to discover whether I should be taking this stuff out of my life. Please understand me, and I'm thankful for so many people being really, really lovely to me. Thank you so, so much. Keep it positive, keep it all about love, and keep it moving forward. I'm not about hating people. I just feel like a lot of people have got off on the wrong foot with me, and they think that I'm on some sort of mission to hate, which is absolute rubbish. I'm on a mission to love. I'm on a mission to get myself more positive, and I'm on a mission to be out there to comfort people and to get the people that are bad out of my life, to bring the people that are good into my life. If you have got something to say, please comment below and let me know. I know a lot of you really, really think the same way. I know a lot of you really disagree with me. If you are going to write horrible comments below, they will be ignored, and I don't welcome it in any way on this channel. So if you are going to be abusive, just forget about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video all the way through, and yeah, I'll see you next time. Cheers.